Now, I took this from a book that was written in the 1950s by someone I knew, W. Cleon Skousen, who was a former FBI agent. The title of the book was The Naked Communist. And he lists the principles, and these principles are worth revisiting today because it'll give us insight into the thinking and the strategies of these liberal elite in our nation that seem to be adopting communism. Here's some of the examples of the communist goals. Promote free trade at all costs. Sound familiar? All those free traders, no matter what, no matter who's doing the trade, it's got to be free trade at all costs. Recognize Red China as true China. Go out and say that Taiwan is the real China. They're going to get mad at you. Then they said, promote UN as the only hope for mankind, the United Nations. Capture one or both political parties. Get control of the schools. Use student riots to help effect change. Infiltrate the press. Gain control of key media figures. Discredit American history and culture. Degrade art so that you don't see beauty in art, you see obscure things and ugliness. Eliminate obscenity laws. Promote pornography and homosexuality. Infiltrate the churches. Eliminate prayer from schools. Discredit the family. Internationalize the Panama Canal. You see a familiar pattern here? That's exactly what America has done ever since this was published in the Congressional Record. For the most of my lifetime, we have seen this plan adopted. That was a communist plan and one that's continued to be carried out through unrestricted warfare by China. Now, China leads the axis of evil. Now, I want to stop here. I have no problem with the Chinese people. They are phenomenal, intelligent, powerful, wonderful people, freedom-loving. Just look at what Hong Kong was until Communist China put their hand down and said stop, and they stopped all the freedom and the liberty. I visited Hong Kong when this book, Unrestricted Warfare, was written. That's when I was last in Hong Kong. I tell you, they're dynamic, vital people. Go to Taiwan, brilliant people. So this Asian hate thing, don't do that. That's bad. Don't do it. But the Chinese Communist Party, that's bad news. And they're an international criminal cartel masquerading as a government, oppressing their own people and trying to form that oppression to take it around the world. It's not just China. There are elements in Russia, North Korea, Iran, and even jihadis that are really, really dangerous and a part of this axis of evil. We've got problems in the world and foreign enemies. This is unrestricted warfare. Now I'm going to read to you, this is an article that came out in Epoch Times, and it's a professor that's writing it, a leading Chinese professor. And here's a quote from the article. It says, the professor's multi-pronged strategy involves a range of malign actors to subvert the United States while strengthening the Chinese regime. They include interfering in U.S. elections, controlling the American market, cultivating global enemies to challenge the United States, stealing U.S. technology, expanding Chinese territory, and influencing international organizations. The strategy is to topple the United States with two broad components: weakening America through both internal and foreign sources and strengthening the Chinese regime's economic, military, and diplomatic power. This is something that they found that was written several years ago that describes how they intend to take America down. And they've been doing it. So, Chinese unrestricted warfare, they talk about infiltrating education, taking over media and entertainment, political control, financial control, and global institutions. We're watching all of that happen.